The person we will talk about today is one of the most significant and unusual politicians in the history of mankind. He did not go from victory to victory as others do. He regularly suffered defeats, lost elections, resigned, and made fatal political mistakes. Unlike other politicians who promise their voters a heavenly life, he promised only blood, sweat, and tears. This is Sir Winston Churchill, a journalist, artist, and laureate of the Nobel Prize in Literature, a man who mobilized even the English language for the war against Nazism. Churchill's early political career was a mix of triumphs and failures. He experienced his first significant setback in 1915 during World War I. As First Lord of the Admiralty, he championed the disastrous Gallipoli campaign, which aimed to secure a sea route to Russia through the Dardanelles. However, the campaign resulted in heavy casualties for the Allies and ultimately failure, damaging Churchill's reputation and leading to his resignation from the government. Following Gallipoli, Churchill found himself politically isolated and relegated to the sidelines of British politics. He experienced a period known as the Wilderness Years, during which he faced numerous personal and professional challenges. He switched political parties twice, from the Conservatives to the Liberals and back again, which further alienated him from his peers. Throughout the 1920s and 1930s, Churchill's warnings about the rising threat of Nazi Germany fell on deaf ears in Britain. He was seen as a controversial figure due to his outspoken views and refusal to compromise on issues he deemed critical. His opposition to Indian independence and support for British imperialism also drew criticism. One of Churchill's most significant personal failures came in 1940, when he was forced to resign as Prime Minister. After the disastrous Norwegian campaign and mounting pressure from within his own party, Churchill tendered his resignation to King George VI. However, his departure was short-lived, as he was quickly reinstated after rallying support from key political figures and demonstrating his leadership qualities during the Battle of Britain. Despite Churchill's leadership during World War II, he faced criticism for some of his military decisions. The Allied campaign in Greece and Crete in 1941 ended in defeat and evacuation, tarnishing Churchill's reputation as a military strategist. Additionally, his advocacy for the disastrous Dieppe raid in 1942, which resulted in heavy Allied casualties, further raised questions about his judgment. Even during the height of his wartime leadership, Churchill faced political challenges. The 1945 general election saw his Conservative Party suffer a crushing defeat at the hands of the Labour Party, led by Clement Attlee. Churchill's failure to read the public mood and address domestic issues effectively contributed to his party's loss. Despite his numerous setbacks, Churchill's resilience and determination were evident throughout his life. He famously remarked, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Indeed, Churchill's ability to bounce back from adversity and inspire others during times of crisis remains one of his defining legacies. In conclusion, Winston Churchill experienced several failures throughout his life, from the Gallipoli campaign to political defeats and military setbacks. However, his leadership during World War II and his enduring legacy as a statesman and orator cement his place in history as one of the greatest figures of the 20th century. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I hope you liked it, and until the next meetings.